Great, welcome back. Let's look at other stories making headlines. The ongoing mass biometric registration of Kenyans under the National Integrated Identification System, otherwise known as NIMS, launched by President Uhuru Kenyatta 2 days ago, failed to kick off in 4 counties of Kisumu, Tana River, Kwale and Lamu due to shortage of material and necessary equipment. Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Karanja Kibichu says the counties were unable to kickstart the biometric listing after materials failed to arrive on time. Meanwhile, the government has assured the apprehensive public that the exercise will be undertaken within the confines of the law, including the law on privacy, and that not a single piece of information captured will be divulged.
Over 25,000 registration machines distributed in the 8,500 registration centers across the country. The government had anticipated that 2 days after the launch of the mass biometric listing, the system would have captured at least 100,000 Kenyans.
Managed to register 150,000 people.
Interior and National Coordination Principal Secretary Karanja Kibichu says the exercise is well on course, but with a few challenges.
There are some places that we have a shortage of registration forms.
In the counties of Kisumu, Kwale, Lamu and Tana River, not a single registration exercise was witnessed. The 4 counties did not receive the necessary materials on time, hence the suspension of the exercise. Yet the biggest test for the government is to convince the apprehensive public that the ongoing exercise has adequate safe nets in law, especially in regards to privacy of information.
So people need to know the risks of somebody having your DNA information, and worse still government, because government has not shown that they can ideally be trusted with data. We've seen through elections and how data has been handled before. We've seen passwords that are out there. So I think we need to be concerned as the general public on what somebody will do with your data.
Yule mfanyikazi wa serikali ako na hiyo information haezi ipeana, na ndio sababu mpaka wakati huu ijapokuwa tuko na information yako huwezi ipata serikali ikisambaza kwa watu juu kuko na sheria, na ukisoma hiyo sheria utapata ya kwamba ukipeana information kwa mtu mwenye afai kupewa, unaweza fungwa miaka 5 ama upigwe faini ya milioni 10.
But even as the PS continues to spread the gospel of Huduma NAMBA registration, voices of dissent and resistance remain loud. The Kenya Human Rights Commission, one of the groups that went to court seeking the suspension of the exercise, has called upon Kenyans to boycott the registration altogether, citing lack of clear and definite laws to secure and protect the exercise and the consequences thereto.
In this country, we have quite a number of rights, including rights to refuse things that the government thinks are good.
Your information is now available, all of it. Even the consolidation is a shocker, because internally for security, you will never want to have everything, all your eggs in one basket. If it is hit, they all burst. So any breach to that particular system, all the information of all Kenyans will be in the hands of criminals who might be internally within government or without.
We find it very easy. For example, those who are opening WhatsApp today, you feel everything there. If I asked you where the database is, you have no clue. But you are very happy to say, this is my mother, this is when I was born, this is where I come from. You give to everybody else. And I think it is high time, and like PS has said, that we started trusting our government.
The mass biometric registration of Kenyans is set to run for 45 days, and thereafter, the exercise will continue normally at the assistant chief's offices across the country. With so much apprehension and misgivings about the ongoing mass biometric registration, the government says there is nothing to worry about, saying there are enough laws to govern and ensure the integrity of the exercise. Shadrach Miti, KTN News, Nairobi.